Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Brandon failed in level 1 of his cyber warfare, but thank God for a second chance. So now we're just going to wait for Brandon to come through as he fight through new levels and new devils, and hopefully we can get him into the podcast. But if you're watching this live, do us a big favor and share this broadcast to as many people as you can, because we want to talk about something very serious with a little funny twist to it. Just really get deep down. Oh, there he is. BD, you won that battle, bro. BD, I'm proud of you. You kept the faith.
I'm in the building.
You survived the cyber warfare. The devil didn't want this to happen, but you came through, brother.
I think that today this is going to be a powerful podcast for the people.
I think so.
Okay? I think God's going to touch you with laughter today on today's podcast because the devil was trying to stop us from starting this podcast. But we're here.
Hey, that cyber warfare is real,
it's
man.
Real.
I'm glad you made it through, man.
I made it through. We are ready to start the podcast. Josh, you ready, Mike?
Hey, man, let me make sure. Yeah, I'm good. Let's roll.
Get your water, get your throat clear. You know what I'm saying? You good?
Let's ride, BD.
All right. Welcome to another episode of the Good Guys Podcast. My name is Brandon Dixon. I am a happily married man and a humble father of 4. And as always, I am here with none other than the Honorable, the Reverend Joshua Ezzy.
The one and only BD, man. How you feeling, B?
I'm feeling good. It's a Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? The week almost halfway over. The podcast is doing good. Thanks to the people listening to the Good Guys Podcast. We are up to 40. Is it 41 or 42?
We at 42, man. We at Glenn Robinson?
At the Glenn Robinson number. We're at 42 subscribers. Our goal was 32 because I turned 32 last week. We actually have 42.
I just want to say thank you guys so much for signing up, man. I remember when I was at 42 subscribers, and now I'm at 47,000.
There you go.
And so I'm just glad, hey, but you got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere. I know this is nothing to you, Josh. I know you have 43,000 subscribers, but it's a big deal.
47, bro. 47 and counting.
All right. You just stunted on me right there. That's okay. If you want to flex, nothing wrong with it.
No, I'm not flexing.
You built that.
Because you used to laugh. Yeah, I built that from the ground up, B.
It's okay. We're just getting started.
Took 9.
Here on the Good Guys Podcast. So with that said, if you enjoy the podcast, I'm going to say it every week. Go to the Good Guys channel, watch the video there, like it, comment, and subscribe.
And if you're watching the podcast, look down in the comments box. There's timestamps. If you don't want to hear our stuff about anything that you don't really like, you can jump. But I promise you, if you listen through the whole duration of the podcast, your belly will be full of laughter. And you'll be full of medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And all that good stuff. Anyway, let's get right into it, BD.
All right. We're going to get into it. And we're going to start, as usual, with the weekly airing of grievances. Today's weekly airing of grievances is a pretty simple one. I don't have a long, drawn-out monologue or anything like that. It's just that cable is too expensive. It's too expensive.
That's why I don't have it.
Looked at my cable bill. It's like almost $200. And I'm just...
What?
Yeah. It's like...
What do y'all be watching? Dora the Explorer that much?
No. We do not watch Dora the Explorer.
Power? It costs y'all per episode to watch Power?
We do watch Power, but that's a separate subscription. That's Starz. That has nothing to do with cable.
See, that's your problem.
But, I mean, that's not even included in the cable bill. Like, I mean, it's, okay, so it's cable, internet, and for whatever reason, they feel the need to make people sign up for a landline. Nobody uses a landline anymore. They try to bundle package it. Oh, it's a triple play package. I don't need a triple play. Nobody uses landlines anymore. Okay? I just need a double play, and I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I don't have cable, BD. I just stick to YouTube. Social media is free.
And that's what I'm getting at. Like, people of the Good Guys Podcast, talk to me. How do you guys consume your entertainment? Because I'm starting, and you know what I'm realizing? I don't even use it that much. Because you can pull up YouTube videos on your TV. You can, I have a smart TV, so I can pull up YouTube videos on my TV. We have Netflix, which is only like $7, $8 a month. And there's tons of stuff on there that we watch. And then I may or may not have jailbroken a Amazon Fire Stick. So,
Whoa, BD, you said over the airways. Listen, the government, if you
I
watching
said
this
may
right
or may
now,
not.
listen, I don't care if you said may or may not. I don't steal from the government. Wasn't that Plies on that song, Welcome to My Hood? Told him that we steal cable?
Not me. Not me at all. That was the guy who just hooked up the Amazon Fire Stick. Just liked, just put a thumbs up.
Oh, he's watching right now.
Yeah.
Hey man, listen, bro. Listen, keep doing you. You gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
You gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, like so. Cable is too expensive. Josh, talk me out. Talk me into cutting the cord, because I'm right there. I'm right on the edge.
Listen, bro. Like my mom used to call the TV. She used to call it the one-eyed demon, BD.
You say what?
My mom used to call television the one-eyed demon.
One-eyed demon.
The mind control, all that good stuff they try to put through the airways. That's why I just say get rid of it, BD.
Just get rid of it. I mean, I
just get rid of cable, man. Get you an Apple TV or you got a smart TV. You got Roku or whatever is on your TV. Are you able to like Netflix and well, you married, so you can Netflix and chill all day.
Yeah, I got Netflix. I've got Roku on the smart TV.
That's all you need.
I got my PlayStation.
But what shows do you really care about?
The main thing that I'm concerned with cutting off cable is probably the local channels more than anything. Because when it comes back to sports season, football games will be on there, you know, the college basketball games, Carolina.
Can you just pay for those packages?
What you mean? Like,
can you pay just for the sports package? Like, that's all you have on your TV? I think there's like
Sling
apps. Like,
yeah, I think Sling you can do that. Yeah, and it'll be like $25.
Just get rid of it, man. $200 is a lot of money, BD.
Yeah, it is, man. I think I might have to do it. Like, we're getting to a different place in society. I think cable like services are like going away. Like the traditional cable services.
No,
like,
they're
with the box
no
and
for
everything.
real. They're dying, BD. They're dying. Nobody consumes TV anymore.
Well, I think people.
Nobody watches.
No,
I mean they watch their shows.
Actually, you're right. People aren't consuming TV. I don't think as much as they used to. Like people are watching stuff on their tablets, on their smartphones, like kids and stuff like that. They don't even care about TV that much. Like they're watching stuff on their, cell phone, their tablet. So the way we watch TV is definitely changing. I might have to change with the times, JE. You know I don't like that. Okay? You know I like
Hey, bro, listen, man, you gotta learn how to shake and move out here. You still got the same number since high school.
I do. I think that's a good thing, though.
See, I've changed like 4 or 5 numbers in my day.
Well, I mean, you have, and
you can't find me, bro. Nah, I might change my number tomorrow. You gotta stay moving out here in these streets, man. You can't let everybody just. Ex-girlfriends can call you right now from high school and mess with your life right now.
This is very true. I don't have to answer, but
hey, man, hey.
Sling TV is great and use a basic antenna for local. Oh my goodness!
See, she put you on game, BD.
Can you buy a basic antenna at the store?
Oh, so is it the antennas that we had to do when we was kids? Where you got 4 kids, they could rotate shifts holding the antenna.
I don't want an antenna if people have to hold it in place. Maybe
that's what I had to do when I was a kid.
I'm gonna have to look into it because I think I have heard somebody say that there are like antennas that you can buy. If I can buy an antenna and get the local news channels, then I'm good because I can watch my sports and then I have Netflix and stuff for everything else and I'm good.
Yeah. Did you press record, BD?
Oh, shoot, I did not press record at all, Josh.
You know what, guys? Brandon Dixon sucks.
We may or may
we've
not
been going we've been going on for the last 10-15 minutes, and this guy did not press record on our Zencastr.
Well, you know what? You have that capability as well, Josh. You could have done it.
I never press record.
All right, I'm going to press record.
That's your job.
All right. We are now recording. For those of you who listen to the podcast.
Did you spend time with God this morning, bro?
I did. I did.
You did?
I was actually off work today, so yeah.
That's what messed it up.
Maybe that's
got too comfortable, BD.
My whole, everything's off. I'm thrown off. But yeah, so for those of you listening on SoundCloud or Apple Music, we are just, we're about 10 minutes into the podcast. We've already done the weekly airing of grievances. So you missed that this week. Here's what you can do. Go to YouTube, type in the Good Guys Podcast, and you can watch the first few minutes of the podcast and the weekly airing of grievances. We'll have it linked, okay? So you can go straight to it, all right? But other than that, we're going to continue the rest of the podcast, and we're starting from here, all right?
You know what, guys? Listen, I try to keep it as professional as possible in this thing.
And you do a great job, okay?
Thank you. I'm glad I noticed it. Just
I'm glad.
Recently.
We would have went the whole podcast.
50 minutes in.
We would have went the.
Anyway, let's go, BD.
I was rolling.
What's the next topic? Let's just go. What's the next topic?
All right. So that is our weekly airing of grievances. Our primary topic that we're going to talk about today comes from a news story about an individual. And to me, he is a man who should be celebrated and admired for generations to come. Because this particular guy went on a first date, and instead of, you know what I'm saying, throwing out the cash, you know, flexing, you know what I mean, hitting up the Cheesecake Factory, hitting up the Olive Garden, that's fancy to me. All right.
Man of the year, right here.
This guy took his significant other to Costco.
Hey, and he got a membership, baby.
He went to Costco. They partook in free samples, and he saved money. I'm going to read some of the article here.
Go ahead, BD. Let's get to it.
Title of the article: Bargain Living Man Takes Woman on First Date to Costco for Free Samples. When a woman wrote on her profile in the dating app Hinge that her ideal first date would involve going to the bulk warehouse store Costco, she probably didn't expect anyone to take her up on the humorous confession. But lo and behold, one bargain-loving man did, according to a now-deleted Twitter post. In the tweet, captured by lifestyle site, I can't say that. Okay, Betches. Betches, what? It's Betches. Is that supposed to be a play on? Anyway, the woman shared...
Just keep going, bro. You're too rested, bro. You're too rested. I need you to be out there in the army fields and stuff.
What?
You're too rested, bro. Go ahead, keep going.
Okay. The woman shared photos of the pair getting free samples across the store, as well as holding towering chocolate vanilla swirl soft serve ice cream waffle cones. Joshua Ezzy, what say you? Is it okay to take a woman to Costco on your first date? Would that fly? How do you feel about it?
How I feel about it? I think honesty is the best policy, BD.
Okay.
It is across the board the most important thing in a relationship. Fellas, if you deep down inside know that you don't have the money and you don't have enough money to feed the young lady, to take her out and wine and dine her, I see nothing wrong with going to Costco, especially if did you say she tweeted that she wanted to go bargain eating or something?
She actually did. That's the part of the story I don't think a lot of people are aware of. She actually...
he listened to you. You put it out there, and you said, hey, I love to go and bargain shop for my food. I love free samples. I love that. And when a man says, you know what, maybe that's her thing. Maybe that's what she likes to do. You don't tell me what you want, and then when I give it to you, you don't want to receive it. Don't come to my prayer line talking about you have a request to go bargain and go eat. And then when I take you, I didn't take you to Walmart. I didn't take you to a local grocery. I took you to Costco's. I got a membership there.
That says a lot about you as an individual.
I'm a stakeholder in this company.
I think this guy, like, major. Like, I think more guys should have took her up on this offer. Here you have a female who has made it publicly known that she wants a first date at Costco. That tells you several things about this female, okay? She values, she's a frugal individual, okay? She values her money. She values your money. If you get in a serious relationship with her, she's not going to go, looking for the most expensive thing that she can possibly buy. She's going to be looking for deals. She's going to be coupon cutting, okay? She's going to be looking to be as efficient as possible with you guys' money. That's a win.
That's a win.
That's a win.
At least that's what he thought. He thought it was a win until they went into Costco's. And then she realized he was smiling. I bet she was sharp too, walking down aisle 7, talking about, babe, I know where they got the Hot Pockets.
They normally do the Hot
down
Pocket
samples
on Thursday.
See, I came here just yesterday just to scout the land. He was a Joshua and a Caleb. He went to a new land and said, you know what, I'm going to scout the land. I'm going to see where the Hot Pockets, where the orange slices are. We got free dessert. We can go get the little muffins that's cut in 4s. Man, listen. She should have never put it out there. She got what she asked for.
She got exactly what she asked for. And I think it's a wonderful thing. What I want to know is what role does money play when you are first starting a relationship? Okay, if you have a potential person that you are thinking about dating, and they're not in a position where, you know, they're balling, you know, they're throwing money left and right, they're taking you to, you know, McCormick and Schmick's, okay, maybe they don't have a lot of bread. Is it okay? Can you rock with a guy who might, hey, let's go to Costco, get some free samples for our first date?
Logically, that makes perfect sense. First off, the first date shouldn't be about me going broke for you. It shouldn't even be about me going broke.
Exactly.
It should be about us getting to know each other, going to a place where we can talk. And the best places for first dates are places where you can communicate with the person without ambiance. Ambiance is a place where infatuation is the strongest. Ambiance, you look at that dude, he's really a 4, but the ambiance makes him an 8 or a 9. When you got to go places where you say, you know what, let's go to a place where I can see you for who you really are, where I can listen to you, where I can hear what you like and don't like, versus getting consumed with monetary provisions.
Right. And at Costco, you're absolutely gonna talk to that person. You're gonna get some really good discussion, and you can learn a lot about a person by going to Costco with them or going to the grocery store with them. You'll see what kind of foods do they value health? What kind of things do they eat? You know? Also,
the lights are bright in Costco, so you got accountability.
You got accountability, and you can see, you know, some stuff that you might not see in the dim lights at Olive Garden, you know?
That's true.
You know?
I mean, people look their best in dim lights.
You know what I mean? Like, you might...
When you've been desperate this whole time, and you've been sitting there lonely and not content in the things of God, and you just want that man, you want a woman, when that first person comes to your life, you have the highest % chance of being infatuated. And infatuation will cloud your judgment. And when you look at that person in dim lights, you think this is the one. That one little light that's beaming down on your table, you think that's the Holy Spirit. No, babe. No, baby girl. That's just a light fixture. You over there getting consumed. It's just you thinking it's the glory of God descending on you like a dove. Talk about this is the couple in whom I'm well pleased. And it's not.
Not going to happen in Costco.
God's not pleased with that.
Not going to happen in Costco.
Listen, Costco, there's so much light you can see. I mean, come on, man. You can get 12. You can get 20. Go shopping. You know what? A great first date is going to get toiletries and shopping. Just say, we're going to go. Nah, that's bad, because where are we going to drop the groceries off? Someone's going to somebody's house. Never mind. Forget it.
Well, you might not have to actually get groceries, but you can look around for deals, you know? You can get the free samples.
See, that's...
Go around, you know what I'm saying, and look for deals. Man.
And you could be able to see, is he reaching for the knockoff brand, or is he reaching for the store-bought? Like, is he reaching for cupcakes, or is he reaching for carrots? Is he reaching for milk or almond milk? Milk and almond milk's a big deal. You got to ask this person, yo, if you're going to get this milk, are you lactose intolerant?
Important to know. That's an important discussion.
Listen, that's an important discussion on day one. Yo, milk or almond milk? Cow or almonds?
There you go.
You also got to ask the person a question. Hey, are you an organic consumer? Do you know about high fructose corn syrup? Do you know about MSG? Do you know about food colorants and sugars and stuff?
And you need to know, because if they do, you know, if they are big on organic foods, I mean, maybe that's good to you, you know, if you're a health nut, or maybe it's not a high priority for you, and they're going to be spending a whole bunch of money and wanting to spend a whole bunch of money on organic foods when that's not important to you.
Yeah, that's
It
real.
just depends
Oh,
how
you
much you
also got
want.
to ask: are they reaching for individual items, or are they still reaching for Jimmy Dean's sausage biscuits and patties?
That's true.
If they're always reaching for stuff that can be put in the microwave, you got to ask some serious questions.
There, you know right there that they can't cook. So
You know they can't cook. They over there. They got hot pockets in the buggy. They got Jimmy Dean's biscuits in the buggy. They got the waffles in the buggy.
yeah.
That lets you know something. But if she grabs grits and she grabs liver mush and she grabs if she start grabbing stuff as she's seen a vision
Mm,
of a meal.
mm-hmm.
See,
That's the one.
you won't know
You
that. You
good?
won't know that at a restaurant.
You don't.
I think we need to take money out of the equation in the beginning stage. Just say, let's go outdoors. Let's go for a walk. Someone put here a picnic. Let's go somewhere where we can really be open and I can see some of your personal habits because anybody can throw money out there and be like, hey, look what I can provide. But see, ladies, you don't want a man that can only provide for you physically. You want a man that can provide for you physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually.
Mm,
When you go to that man, can you pull knowledge out of him? Can
mm-hmm.
you pull wisdom out of him? Can you pull strength out of him? Fellas, if you look at her, can she sustain you in prayer, spiritually? Can she sustain you in your emotional floodings? Can she do all that stuff? Sometimes we get so caught up in the superficial, we get so caught up on the surface that the dating experience is more about the shallowness than it is the depths of what really love is.
Absolutely. All those things are very true. And that's why I think that it is a great idea to go to Costco. I'm going to look at some of these comments. Some of you are commenting on first date ideas. Starbucks is the best place for first dates. Starbucks is cool. Starbucks is cool, but the lighting in Starbucks, they got the
The lighting in
lighting,
Starbucks.
it's kind of a cool, hip vibe. I don't know. You guys can talk, but what do you really learn about a
Costco,
person
just
in
go to
Starbucks?
Costco. They got good hot dogs there. I think they got like a pizza and hot dogs.
They do. They got the food
Oh,
court
that's
there at
Sam's Club.
Costco. It's
The
pretty
food
cheap.
court.
I think they got that. I don't know. I don't have Costco membership. I have Sam's Club. A picnic date is nice. You can prep your own lunch and enjoy the beach or a nice view. I completely lost, and maybe even a bottle of red wine. Okay, no, if that's what you do, um, yeah, a picnic date would be cool. Picnic day is cool. That's not very expensive.
I don't trust picnics though, man, because that mayonnaise been sitting for a long
Oh,
time. That sandwich been in the thing for a long
mayonnaise.
time, BD.
Like, I think mayonnaise has really handicapped your life, Josh. That stronghold. I think that needs to be done.
Mm-mm. I am freed in Christ, bro.
I don't think so because if I were to smear some mayonnaise on that microphone right now, I think you'd be able to finish the podcast.
I punch you in the throat. Yes, but
Oh,
I'll be able to finish the podcast.
wow. You would resort to violence. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Basically, what it comes down to, and I think when it comes to first dates, I think we're gonna talk about this a little on the later talking point throughout the weeks. But I think it's very important to understand what provision really is. You may have a young man right now who cannot afford high-end restaurants. He might even be able to afford mid-level restaurants, right? But that person can see the thing about physical provision. You can always grow to that. You can always grow into better money management to wealth per se. But you can't always meet someone that's willing to grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
That's very true. All jokes aside, like, um, yeah, like when you go to Costco or if you go to, a grocery store or something like that, whatever your first date is, if you aren't in a position where you are ready to provide for an entire family, I don't think that should stop you from pursuing necessarily a particular woman if you think that she might be, have potential. I think you just have to be honest up front, let her know what the situation is, have something going, have a blueprint, have a plan, okay? And if y'all have to go to Costco or Starbucks or whatever the case may be, y'all can do this to know each other And really, if you're a female and you're going out with a guy who's taking you to Costco, okay, that might be an initial red flag, all jokes aside. But hey, watch and see what kind of things he does. Is he really, you know, being cost effective with his choices? What kind of things is he into? You can learn a lot about him and see if, you think the relationship can go any farther from there. So it's not, I don't think it's a deal breaker if you are not financially, I guess, stable early on, but it's not a deal breaker.
And fellas, honesty is the best policy, man. If you could be honest with her and she says, you know what, let's go to Costco. You should say, you know what, it's been tight for me. I have all these bills. I'm in school. I don't really have it like that. Don't lie to her and then go broke.
Don't.
I'd rather for you to be honest and lose her than to stunt and to flaunt and lose her eventually.
That,
Either way, it's best to lose someone early on than to fake a life and you're in debt to please someone that's not even been confirmed by God.
exactly.
A woman or a man that's whole in himself understands the nuances of a relationship. A lot of people in the younger ages and even the older age, they don't understand I think society has warped our perspective and don't get me wrong, money is a great thing. The Bible didn't say money is evil. It says the love of money it is. And I think a lot of people don't really love the paper per se. They love what the paper can get them. They love what paper gives them access to. But it's best for you to be honest with her and say, look, just trust me on this date. We're going to Costco's today. If she got her arms folded, take her right back to the house. It's that simple.
Savage.
Take her right back to the house. Yeah, man, listen, if she don't want to go and she's upset and you communicate it to her saying, hey, these are my standards. This is all I can do. I can't really afford. I mean, now don't get me wrong, brothers. If Costco's your first option, it better be because she tweeted about Costco. Don't take her to Costco because you think this would be cool if I take her to Costco's and get. No. We're talking about you saw on Twitter. She gets upset and you be like, why'd you tweet it?
Right.
That man was thorough enough to say, you know what, you want to go to Costco. Maybe he thinks Costco's your cheesecake factory. Maybe he thinks you love Costco's.
I mean, if you put it out on Twitter.
But fellas, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 1,000. The type of lady that you want, observe her, give her what she needs. Man, listen, if you know that you can't afford certain places, that's when your creative juices come in. Start being creative. There's a lot of free places that have a lot of more worth than what you pay money for. I'd rather pay for the experience than to pay for. I'd rather pay for an experience than to pay for ambiance, if that makes sense. I'd rather open the door for a greater conversation than to open a door to say, this is what I look like. I can pay for this. Look what I can do. You got to know the person's heart, man. Because sometimes a great date in a great place is not always the greatest thing. Sometimes the best dates are free. Sometimes the best dates are creative. And there's a lot of pottery places. There's a lot of things you can do. That's fun. That's what you do. I think restaurants are overrated when it comes to dates.
Especially when it comes to like
Restaurants
first
are
dates.
overrated.
I think.
Yeah, man. Don't go no restaurant on the first date.
Yeah, I think like
Or a
the first
movie.
date, like to be honest, it's probably a good idea not to spend a whole bunch of money and invest a whole bunch of money in somebody. You know what I mean? You don't know if it's gonna go, to the next stage or not. So yeah, it is good to be creative because those are the dates that you're probably gonna have more conversation. You're probably gonna find out more about a person if you put them in, a situation that like everybody goes out to eat. So you know what I mean? Like put them in a different situation. Go, like you said, go do some pottery or go on a picnic or, go to Costco. And then, you'll really find out a lot about that individual. And you can really, y'all have it'll stimulate good conversation. And you don't invest a whole lot of money, into somebody that you don't know if the relationship is going.
And let me go old school for a minute, BD, if you don't mind.
Go ahead and take it back to the old school, Jay.
I think maybe not even old school. This is biblical school.
Okay.
Okay. I think your first date with a person should always